US President Trump signed an executive order pulling the United States out of 66 international organizations. And yeah, that includes some pretty important climate groups like the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This is a short sighted, embarrassing, and foolish decision, said Gina McCarthy, who was a top climate advisor to Joe Biden's White House. Manish Bapna, president of the Natural Resources Defense Council, said Trump's decision to exit the UNFCCC is an unforced error and self-defeating, as it will further hamper the US's ability to compete with China, which is increasingly dominant in the world's burgeoning clean energy technology industries. Now, if you've been following along, this isn't exactly out of nowhere. Let me give you the quick timeline. First day back in office in 2025, he pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement again. Then, the World Health Organization. In September at the UN, he told world leaders that climate change is, quote, the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world. And now this, exiting 66 more organizations. So, what does Trump actually believe about climate change? Well, he's been pretty clear. He's called it a hoax, a con job, even a scam. He told the UN it was made by stupid people and that the carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions. Okay, so why does this matter? Here's the one thing, for the last 30 years, countries around the world have been working together on climate action. The US has been a huge part of that, even under both Republican and Democratic presidents. But now, the US won't be at the negotiating table. He won't be funding these international climate bodies. And as the world's largest economy and one of the biggest carbon emitters, that's significant. And here's what makes this complicated. 2024 was literally the hottest year on record. Climate disasters have cost the US over $3 trillion since 1980, and in 2025 alone, about 74% of Americans experienced some kind of extreme weather event.
Climate change doesn't care about politics or borders. Hurricanes, floods, droughts, and wildfires don't stop at national boundaries. The smoke from Canadian wildfires blanketed American cities. Rising sea levels threaten coastlines everywhere. So, where does this leave us? The international community will keep meeting, keep negotiating, and keep acting, with or without the United States at the table. The question isn't whether climate action will happen, it's whether America will be leading it, following it, or left behind by it. Because in the end, we all share the same planet, and the decisions we make today or choose not to make will shape the world our children inherit.